I would describe my teaching style as hands-on, and I like my students to learn by doing.
Like this one doesn't have a back.
Why do you like art? Why did you choose this?
Well, I love art. I love drawing, painting, sculpting. I think that creative problem solving is a skill that students don't necessarily learn in some of their other classes, and so it's a great way for them to develop another part of their brains.
So, what would you say that your personal goal as a teacher would be
For my students,
for your students, for yourself?
my personal goal for my students is that they learn, that they develop their brains, that they learn how to think creatively, how to solve problems. I hope that the information that they learn, that they remember, but more importantly, the skills that they learn, that they take with them and they can apply again.
What would you say that the school's goal is regarding, like, what teachers talk about that they want to get to as a school?
Well, I think our, big overall goal as a school is similar. We want to develop the whole person, the whole learner. So we want them to not just have information, but to be able to think, to be able to solve problems, to be able to be successful in their life after school, whether it's college, the workplace, their post-high school life, that they can be successful and that they have the skills they need to do that.
How would you say that we've met that goal so far?
I think we did pretty well at preparing our students. Our students are testing well, they go on to college, they go on to workplace environments. I think we can always do better, and that's one of the things we strive to do, is to improve our education process.
What do you think that the school needs to improve on as a whole to reach that goal of the whole learner, if anything?
Well, I think we just have to constantly reflect on how things are going, how the world continues to change, and so we have to also change too to keep up with that. So the expectations that students had 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 50 years ago, those skills are different than they are now, and so we have to change how we educate them so that they can be prepared.
Would you say that project-based learning is really helpful in this goal, like this long-term goal? Would you say that it's helping you get closer to it?
Yeah, I think it is. We're still in the early stages, right? But giving our students real, authentic problems to solve is very similar to a workplace environment. If you were on the job and you had to create, as an engineer, like a part for a new machine, or if you had to create a presentation in the workplace to give an employer, those are all the kinds of things that you might not be prepared to do if all of your schoolwork had just involved like seat work and testing. Being able to think, work in a group, solve a problem, talk about your work, talk about your process, be open about your process, those are all skills that project-based learning develops that traditional like lecture and seat work really don't address.
So would you recommend project-based learning to other schools that don't use it?
I think if they're prepared to implement it, it's a big challenge for us. We have had to change a lot of things to successfully implement it, and it's still a process. I don't think it can be implemented without preparation.